Hey, Jason and I are here, Team Long with Real Broker. We never have really gotten into why we switched over to Real, and we kind of want to do a little video and just kind of give you the highlights. We give you all the details anytime you want them, but kind of give you some of the highlights. One of the things that we noticed just lately, there's the fees around at a lot of the companies are going up, the monthly fees, because I guess they're trying to cover where the sales are a little bit low, so they've gone up on their fees, and so we'll start there. What are the fees at Real Broker monthly?
So there are 0 monthly fees at Real Broker.
Let me get this straight. You mean
huge.
zero, like zero fees? Like
$0 a month goes to Real. And that's huge. And so if you are familiar with other companies in town, that's a really big deal.
Yeah, I've seen where people are doubling and tripling fees. Our Real Broker has 0 fees. Is that right?
Monthly fees. Yes,
monthly fees. Okay. So the other thing I remember the first thing that really attracted us, we went out to their yearly meeting for Real. We'd gone for another reason, and we were kind of hanging out with some friends, but we were just struck by the ease of technology they had. We switched over from a company that was spending just unreal amounts of money on technology, and it was just creating unwieldy technology that nobody could use. I really don't know where they went sideways, but when we went to Real, we had friends using?
We had multiple agents. Most of them had recently switched, and they were able to just simply show us their tech on their phone while they were walking around. They were like excited about it. They could show us things that we had such a struggle getting answers for at our old company. We would have to put in requests to get the information that they were carrying around on their phone. And so the easy tech was just unbelievable.
Easy tech was a big deal for us, right?
It was awesome, and it has proven to be more awesome as we've gotten into it. So
you and I are a little bit tech oriented, yeah. And I remember when we went, the guy that's in charge of their technology was on stage, and he said, if you go to Amazon to buy a shirt, nobody has to send you a tutorial to teach you how to do that. You just buy your shirt. And he said, that's the way we're creating our technology, and that's the way we found it to be.
That's the way we found it. But he said his goal was to wake up with 0 emails requesting anything about how to use his tech. His tech wanted to be so smooth.
Of course, I don't think he's got to 0 emails.
He ain't got 0 emails.
But
that's his goal. That's his goal.
That's right. So easy tech was a big deal for us, right?
Yes, sir.
We were also excited to find that you could brand yourself, and you kind of brand yourself any way you wanted to. Right. We like red and black, but everybody doesn't like red and black. And so, let's face it, a lot of companies are trying to brand themselves. They're not really trying for you to brand yourself.
That's right.
And Real's all about branding yourself the way you want to.
We got to hear the term "powered by Real" so many times, and it was basically teams that were using their brand, simply powered by Real, and that's how it feels. It doesn't feel like
so you're just able to brand yourself your way, the way you want to.
So your colors,
brand yourself.
Your designs, powered by Real, which has been a big deal.
People can use their own creativity, and I think everybody likes to be able to do that. Use their own creativity. You can do it as a team. You can do it as an individual. Sorry. But that's what a lot of people like. I noticed too that we want. I think it's important, or it is for most people. I think when they start into something like real estate, they're entrepreneurial type people. So they're interested in company ownership. And so I don't want to go into all the ways they do it, but Real has a lot of ways for you to get part ownership in the company, correct?
Yeah, correct. And again, we had switched recently. Those guys that we were talking to had switched recently, and they were also excited to show you they were already part owners of the company. Many brokerages don't allow you to do that at all, and other ones you would have had to have been a founding member to do that.
That's correct, and it's a publicly traded company, so you can see how your stock's doing all the time. They have all kind of ways you can purchase stock, and they have ways for you to do that pre-tax. They also have matching funds that they'll give you. They have free stock that they'll give you for certain parameters, different things in the company.
As a reward for things.
As a reward for hitting certain marks in sales and so on and so forth. They literally give you stock. And it's so in a year you can accumulate a lot of stock in the company, and it is on its way up.
That's correct. We've already watched it double while we've been here.
Yep, really about 2.5 times.
Almost
I
triple.
think.
Yeah.
So company ownership is another big advantage to Real. One other one that I think is important, or is important to a lot of people, is that they do have a program for revenue sharing. So you can, as you help bring other people into the company, you get to share in the revenue from the company, and that's a big deal. You share in that revenue, and it comes to you whether the company makes profit or not. You still get revenue sharing.
So that means if you're one of those people who have a big following, the more people you bring to the company, you get a piece of what they sell as well, and that's done very simply, probably at the best level I've seen it done.
Yeah, it's a strong program.
It's
for
a
revenue
very strong
sharing.
program.
One other thing I'd like to mention while we're at it is just the ability. They do have low splits in the company, so our splits are like 85-15 is what Real Broker does, with a cap of 12,000, which is a low cap as far as any of the companies I know of.
Correct.
And it's a low split. And and even in their team friendly, if you have a team member, you can bring them. If the team member wants to go at a $6,000 cap, they can even do that. So the caps are low, the splits are low, and there's just, we've looked into it. We looked into it best we could, but of course, when you jump to another company, you gotta live whatever it is. But when we got here, we just haven't really been able to find a fly in the soup.
We've been more and more pleasantly surprised as we didn't even realize how good it would be. So between the great split, and then they give so much of that back with the revenue sharing and so many options to have company ownership.
Stock ownership's a big thing to me. It's a way to accumulate. It's not little money, it's significant money in ownership in the company. And as the company grows and flourishes, we grow and flourish. So
it's the thing the company rewards you the most for is selling homes, and that was a big deal for us.
That's their big stock thing, is if you sell a lot of homes, you get rewarded for it. So it's a big deal. Anything else you want to add that you're just?
Those are the highlights. Like I said, I've loved all those pieces. The tech is by far still my favorite part, and that was the part that really attracted us.
That's just because you're a techie.
Yeah,
you like that kind of thing.
If you know me, I am a nerd. So I love it.
So we've really enjoyed it. We'd love to. Now there's obviously a lot more detail. I tried to hit the highlights. I'm not hitting all the details, but Jason or I will be glad to share any details with you. You can call my number 706-366-8000 anytime. I'll share all the details with you, and tell them your number.
706-332-4688, and I'd love to talk to you too.
We'll go through it. We can send you information. We got all kind of stuff that highlights what really goes on. We'd love to help you.
Yeah. So Team Long, we'd love to talk to you more about Real.
Team Long approved.